Hi scrapbookers, so I just wanted to show you the finished page before we get started. So I am scraplifting Amy Kingsford's page from this month's Get It Scrapped product play, and she just has one photo and a whole lot more white space. But what you're going to need for this page is just a background sheet of paper, and hers was like a photorealistic clouds, so it was blue and white. I used a doily, which I think was from a Maggie Holmes line, and then a strip of another color. So she used like a very light kind of peach color, and I've used a darker color. And then a whole bunch of washi tape and little embellishments, and yeah, and so, and like one photo, or I've used two photos and just put them together. But that's what the page is going to end up looking like. That's what my page ended up looking like. So if you want to go ahead and gather your supplies, we'll get started. Hi scrapbookers, so this is going to be number 2 of my layouts that are inspired by this month's Get It Scrapped membership, and that's called Product Play this month. And so right now I'm going to be inspired by and scrap lifting Amy Kingsford, and her page is called Today 4/27/14. Her page has one photo. Guess what? Mine's gonna have 2. Surprise, surprise. And so what she's done, it looks like there's something, a little something under this photo here. And so let's just go ahead and cut a mat. And I am going to do, it's going to be a little bit similar, a little bit not so, it's a jumping off place. So this is going to be my mat under the photos. And these 2 pictures are pictures of my grandmother Ruby. I usually talk about my grandmother Grace because I spent a whole lot more time with her. But my grandma Ruby, actually she was my Nana. My Nana Ruby was from Canada, and she grew up with 4 sisters, and I knew her as kind of, a little reserved, not so super energetic and happy. And then when I went up this summer to visit my aunt, I saw all these pictures of my grandmother when she was in college, and this one really got me, and it said, "Laughing per usual." And there she is, just looking as happy as can be. And here she is, just like, looks like she's just laughing so hard. And so I never really saw her like that. And my aunt said something like, well, she never really laughed like that after your grandfather came along. And so my grandfather, Frank, was kind of a, I guess, like a much larger personality than her. And so he just like kind of overwhelmed, he was the boss of things, and I think that, yeah, that just was she never really laughed like she did before she met him, which is really sad, but true, I think. So that's what this page is going to be about, and I'm just making some layers, just creating some layers here. So Amy's page has a lot of washi tape, it looks like, and I think she's I can't remember if she's paper or digital scrapbooker. That's the fun thing with the Get It Scrapped community, is that there's both paper and digital scrapbookers. So sometimes you'll look at a page and you'll think it's paper, and it will actually be digital, and vice versa. And I think that's just so funny. So I have expanded the kit just a little bit, and I just want to have this picture kind of be off center, and I'm just going to put a couple more down here. So there we go. Whoops. I guess that's how I want it to look. I don't know if it was. let's try that again. I don't think I wanted that down so much. A little bit, but not a ton. Okay, so I think this one almost needs an extra matte, so let me do that. Let's use some pink, which is going to be a little unexpected on this layout, at least the way that I wasn't planning on using pink, but it feels like it needs some pink because it's a happy page. Even though the story is kind of unhappy, you know, because like later on she doesn't seem quite so happy as she used to. It's true. So sad. I think my grandfather was a big old buzzkill. At least that one was. My other grandfather was delightful. He was the one that was always trying to make fun. And my grandmother was always trying to probably limit the fun a little bit. in that case. Okay, so here we have the two photos. Okay, and these, now it seems like I have way too much over here, so I'm just going to trim that up. And so this is a lot like that layout of Celeste, where we see there was just a lot of layers. And I think if you can get good at that, that's a really easy way to make a layout. I don't feel like I'm all that great at it yet. So that's going to kind of go a little bit to the top of the page. So there we go. And on Amy's page, she had a strip over here, so I did pre-cut that. And this is from a pattern paper that, oh, where did it go? Here it is. It's from a Halloween line, but these really look like the backs of photos, you know, from the olden days. That's the Halloween side, but this is the side I wanted. And since I was looking at old photos, I thought that really worked. So here we go. Okay. So just add that to the side here. And so in the product play, Amy describes her style as, she says that her style is fairly eclectic and she's largely driven by whatever inspires her at a given time. So I love that. I can definitely identify with that. So I'm just going to curl that up a little bit. Curl these up a little bit just so that you're seeing the layers a little bit more. And then we're gonna get better at doing the layers, okay? I am, by we I mean me. Okay, so I think she's got a whole bunch of washi tape underneath and over, so let's try some of that. So this I'm going to try to get going under it. And she's got it mostly over here and up here. So I'm not going to use this twice. Let me find another. I should have pulled these before. I was trying to be more organized, people, this time around, but okay, so I kind of want to merge together some newer looking things and some older looking things. So this is going to be older looking. This is 7 Gypsies, and it is called, it's not called washi tape, it's called paper tape. It feels like masking tape. And I think I will put some of that up above, maybe peeking out from behind, like this. And then let's find some more. Okay, I should probably have pulled some more washi, but I didn't. So we're just going to keep going. So I tried to plan this one a little bit more, but you know, I don't plan that much. It's okay. Here's some. I was thinking I would use these, but now I kind of don't think so. Okay. Put those back. Now these are, let's see, can we use these? These are, I guess they're supposed to look like tape. But they're stickers? I don't know. I guess I like those. Different? Kind of different? Okay, can we use anything else from this sheet? Huh, I don't know. I'm not sure. Let's get some more washi on here. And, oh, I see some more pink. So that's going to work nicely. Okay, I'm going to pull this up for just a second and then put the pink down. And then I will put this back up over it. And same deal for up here. But those stickers aren't like exceptionally sticky. I mean, they're okay, but they're not like as sticky as you might think. And now I'm thinking too that it would be nice to have the photos kind of like they were tacked down. So let's try that. And this. We'll just do one more of the washi tapes on each side. Okay. Great. And I can already tell what happens when I lift somebody or am inspired by someone is mine always ends up being different, and that's totally fine. Yours should end up different too, but it's fun to start with, you know, a starting place. So let's continue. Okay. So I was thinking that she's got some cards or some like ticket looking things sticking out from the side. So I'm just going to cut some of these up. These are these vignette tickets from Cosmo Cricket. They look pretty retro to me. And I'm going to stick these are going to be coming out on this side here. So there was the signal. I started the tape, and guess what happened? My kids started screaming. I swear. It happens like every time. That's fun, huh? It's fun. Okay, we're going to call it fun. There we go. So there's like 3 different little tags sticking up. Yep, and here he comes. I swear he has radar. For real. It's for real. Okay, and now she's going to tag down here. Let's see if we can find a whole tag that's going to let us write this way. I'm not sure that... Oh, here he comes. Oh, is that him? That wasn't him. That was her. How funny. Okay, we've got one that says say cheese. That's possible. It's not exactly what I had in mind. A letter for you. Here's one that's just a camera. I kind of like that idea. Oh, it's kind of pointing the wrong way though. So maybe not. Let me just pull every single little thing out of here and then put it back. How about that? I'm just kidding. Okay. Man, sometimes. All right, let's just keep that hello on top, like just right in here. I like that idea. And in Amy's layout, there was more space in between here. So let's see if I can just rip these tapes a little bit more so there will be a little bit of white space there, because I'm a little white space challenged, for real. So let's just move that down. I like the way these colors seem very retro to me. Oh my gosh, do you hear them? Seriously, like, I swear my house is like so quiet, like no one even lives here until I turn on my my video, and then like watch out, because they just start, especially him, he just starts going. It's so fun. It's true. Okay, so then I have this little happy up here, and I think I want that to point at my grandma, at Ruby. And Amy's had a little tag up here, and she really had like a visual triangle of yellow, which I am not accomplishing at all, but oh well. I'm going to put my happy up here. And that points at my Ruby. And then I've got some I've got some flowers, and I'm not sure what my title is yet, and I'm not sure I don't have this totally planned out, but I like the idea of having two flowers because there's two of the girls. Alright, so initially I had, this didn't say hello. Okay, so when I did a little bit of pre-planning, it didn't look like this, so let's make this even a little bit smaller. And we're going to cut off this hello, even though it's super cute. Oh, maybe I could put it up here, like, hello, happy Ruby. Because you're never happy when I knew you. Well, she was just kind of like, follow the rules, you know, be the good wife. And I think my grandfather was just like not all that nice of a guy, honestly. Not my Grandpa Alan, who I adore and love more than any. He was my favorite. But my other grandfather, my dad's dad, was kind of, he was like a really wonderful guy in his community, but I think at home, not so much. Like, for example, my dad and his brother both went to boarding school, and so they didn't really grow up at home. And yeah, I don't know. I haven't watched Mad Men, but I was listening to an interview of the guy that wrote Mad Men, or one of the writers, and he was saying like how the main character was kind of a jerk, and nobody really identified with or felt sorry for the wife, and they could never really figure out why, and it just kind of sounded like my grandparents, you know, like, I don't know. Maybe he was kind of a jerk. I don't think that's a secret, though, is the thing. I mean, I think he was a really awesome guy in public, and maybe not at home. Okay, so when I saw these pictures, I was kind of like really delighted to see how happy she looked, and especially that my great aunt Maud wrote like laughing per usual, like was her regular state of being, and that was just a revelation for me. I didn't know her like that. So this should really be over here, but I don't know. Let's see if we can get it over there. Not really. Unless we put something under there that's going to really show the happy a little bit better. What to do, what to do. Can we do that? Okay. So I'm just going to put, because I want that, I like the fact that this is vellum, but I want that white happy to really stand out. So I'm just going to lay the vellum over some white and then cut around it. Oh, I can hear my husband's home. And he has been challenged by me to do the the ice bucket challenge, so I might need to go very soon and go watch that whole craziness. Okay. So this is going to go, hello, happy. And then I think what I want to do is put this over this. I'm just trying to make a little cluster up there. Amy's, in the original layout, hers did not have all this chaos. It was just clean and simple. And it used a very trendy, like bright yellow, and her page has, instead of the doilies, it's got clouds, and it's just a really nice page. And hers does not go all the way up to this like mine, you know, because I'm always extending things out further than they need to be. What can I say? Not a lot of white space when I'm involved. Okay, so there's the hello happy. I'm just going to tuck this down a little bit more. And have I deviated from that original kit? Yes, I have. That's okay. You know why? Because I'm going to get 3 pages done today. And that's going to be awesome. So there. How about that? I think that's pretty amazing. Because you know, I used to do a lot more scrapbooking than I have this year. And I've been thinking about that. And I'm like, well, why is that? And so there's photo. Let me just see if I can do photo joy. And I think it's that I used to do a lot more scrap lifting than I do anymore. So I'm thinking like scrap lifting or some kind of, you know, making of a kit is going to help me to get more pages done. So here we go. Okay, so I've got black, the 3 blacks, right? Then I have, I don't have 3 flowers. So let's get a flower up there somehow. Is it going to stick out? Is it going to come out this way? Probably not. Let's see if we can just get this little one in. Okay. Maybe just right here. I know that looks a little frivolous, but, or it just looks a little like, what? But, yeah, it's just, we're going to leave it. Okay, so I've gotten kind of the basic layout set up, and now where is my title going to go? Amy had her title up above the photo, and she had her journaling down here. I like the idea of the journaling down here, and I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get the title up there. So let's see if I can get these. Oh, you know what? Check this out. Some of this chipboard has some themes in it that I think we could use on this page. Okay, so this wasn't this? This was part of my little thing that I made part of the kit. I believe it was. I believe it was. Okay, so we're going to pull out, what can we pull out to put on this page? I would love to pull out the camera or the word happy. Hello, happy. Does that look too weird? That's a little weird. You know me though. I don't care. I mean, I do, but I don't. Okay. So what do we think of that? Okay, I think I like it, and also, she's from Canada, and I see that there's a maple leaf here, and I'm just wondering, is there any way I can get that in on the page without being too crazy? Can it go here? I don't know. It's a little goofy. But it kind of points to her a little bit. I mean, I know it's like, looks like it's pointing away, but it's also, if you follow the line, like that's pointing at her. Does that make sense? I don't know. I'm okay with it. I'm good. I'm gonna leave that. And do we need one more chipboard element? Oh, maybe. Let's see. What else could we? Is there something we can put down here? So we kind of did. I know this cluster is almost too large, but that's okay. I want to say, okay, we've got some of this, like here's that hot pink, which I don't have over here, but might go for the title. But then there's these two flowers, and one of them is hot pink. And yeah, I think that's going to make it look like a hot mess. I might be okay with nothing down there. Oh, or how about this? Okay, this is also part of my kit. Is we could use these two little hearts, or this with the with the hearts. I think the hearts are kind of cute. And yes, I'm gonna just use those at the end of this. I know it's, I'm not sure that's the best placement, but that's what I'm gonna do. Oops, if I can. I don't think it'll allow me to do that. I'm gonna need something else to poke the paper with. You know, where have all the scissors gone? Do I want it there? I kind of don't. Can you get it up here? Is that like way too much stuff up there? Yes, it's okay. Let's do it anyways. There's a Ben Folds song called Do It Anyways. It's like, do it anyway. So there's my mantra. Do it anyway. Yeah, I like that. I know, it's too much. It's okay. We're going to do it anyway. And we're going to use my little trick of the tape on the back of the brad. So it's not going to bother your other layouts when you put it in the album. See that little trick? Clever, right? Okay, so there we go. And I'm going to pause for a minute so this part of the videotape doesn't get too long, and also we are going to, I'm going to find some letter stickers, so I'll be right back. Okay, I'm right back, and I did intend to get some letters that really match this hot pink, but I ended up with letters that look more red, but it's okay. This is, my Nana's name was Ruby, and so I would like to have her name be all nice and sparkly, and yeah, it looks more pink now that I put it down on the page. So that's just going to go a little bit over. Happy Ruby. And then the journaling is going to go down here, and I'm going to talk about how seeing these photos was really amazing, because I never saw her laughing like this, and apparently she used to laugh like that, like a lot. And so I think that yep, I am ready to do my journaling. And you know, it's just kind of keeps catching my eye, and is not in Amy's layout, but I just can't stop looking, is this little pack that's on my desk. And I noticed it's like to make a banner, and do I need anything else on this page? Oh no, I don't. But let's just take a look at these and see if there's anything we can incorporate. They really are cute. And my desk is such a mess, but that's okay. You know why? Because love, sweet, happy. I just feel like more is necessary on this page. Okay, so where would I put any of that? And I'm thinking like maybe something like this, like just going across the page. Let's see. Okay, so these little bannery things look like they have letters on one side, and then they have just plain on the other side. Let's see if that works. So what could happen is, like, I could have a little string coming from this and then going to the side. Because, you know, I have to make it, like, overdone. I mean, and I don't always overdo on the embellishments, but I do seem to want to just fill up all of the space on a scrapbook page. I don't know, maybe I need therapy for that. Some scrapbook therapy. No, I don't. I'm just kidding. I think that's fine. Let's see. Okay, so this is what I'm talking about. Is to use some of these little, like the twine, baker's twine. So we're just going to wrap that around like a couple of times. I don't know why that wants to keep moving. I might have to put some other kind of adhesive down in there. And then let's cut this. So now we're just going to dangle those on. Can you hear my kids? They seriously, I swear, they just start yelling and screaming and just carrying on as soon as I start a video, they just start every time. It's the weirdest thing. Okay, these are really cool. They're little chipboard elements that you can make into a banner. They're really cute. So I was trying to explain, I think that's too close to that though. Let's slow down. Okay. So I was trying to explain this concept of like making a kit, and then like a page kit, and then using it to like scrap lift like 3 layouts from the Get It Scrapped like a membership edition, because every month there is at Get It Scrapped and Masterful Scrapbook Design, there's like a whole book that Debbie Hodge puts out, and in it there are like, you know, 5 or 6 instructors or contributors who boy, that's hard, who submit layouts, and then she writes this whole book based on the layouts and a concept. So this last month was product play, and so everybody made pages that were inspired by, you know, using fun, entertaining products. She's going to put that way better than me. But that was the basic concept. Okay, so we wanted hello, and then I want the word happy. Or hello, sweet happy. Where did my happy go? There's life, love, and my child downstairs just screaming his head off. I don't know what to say, except this just, when I turn my video camera on, he just like, that's his little like signal to start like hamming it up down there. Where did happy go? That should be a song, right? Because I lost my happy. Seriously? I seriously lost it. I'm not using YOLO. That's not happening on this. So, all right, let's just try this again. So I can see that there, and then sweet. Did happy? No, happy's not on the other side of this. I would like happy to be right here. Oh my gosh! If you can see it, you're probably like, it's right there. And then for the rest of the video, she looked for a little tiny word that said happy. Here it is. Okay, it's going right there. So I'm going to adhere those down after I get them all put down on the page, and that should be soon. Let's get this done. And then I'll do one more page with this page kit. Even though, and I know that I've deviated from the page kit a lot, I've still gotten 3, well, I would have gotten 3 layouts done, which is honestly like more than I've done lately in 2014 on a Friday night. And so Friday night, my husband has a thing that he does, and it's just my night to kind of stay in, and the kids are usually here, you know, or they're out with friends. But I'm usually like, you know, not up to much. So it's a good night for me to do scrapbooking. And tonight, I think there's an online There's an online crap at Get It Scrapped. And so I will be working on my last page from this little kit tonight, and just, you know, talking with everybody, and it's fun to see what everybody's up to. Digital scrapbookers, like their Friday nights are all about buying the new kits, and so as a paper scrapbooker, Friday night is not when I shop, but it is when I crop. But I just thought if I could incorporate making these little page kits into my routine, maybe I could get some more pages done. Because I just haven't gotten a lot of pages done this year. I haven't. And the reason for that is, I don't know. I guess I've been a combination of busy and a combination of, just use this one here. I don't know why. I don't think I've made as many layouts this year as I usually do. So fall is kind of a time for me when I like to you know, like create my own pretend school. Do you know what I'm talking about? Like, I'll just like be like, I want to do this, this, and this fall, and it will be like I've kind of made up my own class, you know, my own agenda, my own classes. And so I think this is going to be one of the things that I'm up to, is that I want to, and I think I'm just going to have that go off the page, or should I have another brad over there? What say we? Maybe a little tiny one, like here. Yeah, why not? Let's do that. We want to do the pink. Let's do pink. Why not? Right? Why not? Let's do that. Okay, so I'm just gonna make a little hole in the page here, and that's going to be my place to put that brad, which it's going to kind of be the hanger for this pennant or banner. Yes? Yes. That's what's happening. What's happening, hot stuff? So my my friend Katz from Japan is the one that put me in for the ALS challenge, the ice bucket challenge. And I met him when I was living in Boston when I was in college, and you know, giggling up a storm like here my Nana is. Okay. Yeah, so I'll put the tape over this and over the brad so the brad doesn't bother anybody else. Okay. And now we're just going to adhere these down so they don't keep moving around all over the place, because who wants that? I don't know. I guess it would be okay, but here we go. Da-da-da-da. So I'm just going to adhere those down, and then I am going to do my journaling right down here, and then I will check back in with you. Hold on. Okay, I'm back, and I've done some journaling, and I always mean to like stop right here so there's some space underneath, but then I always have way more stuff to write, so I started here and then went up here. So it says, I was so happy to see that my great aunt Mabel described my Nana Ruby as laughing per usual, since I don't really remember her this way. My aunt said the pictures show so many smiles before she met my Grampy Frank, and not many afterwards. These photos were in a huge scrapbook that Mabel Grieve made for her sister Ruby, or made for her sister, my Nana Ruby, and they show a very, very happy times at Mount Allison University. And so I just found this little insight, happiness, wonder, spark, and I really like those. And I don't know if there's any more places I can put on, but I'm thinking maybe right here. I don't know. I really like that concept of insight. So, yeah, I think I'm just going to put it in there, even though I don't think it's the best design thing ever. And then let's see if we can add in even more happiness, right? Am I going too far? I think I am. It's okay. Sometimes it's fine. Okay, and then I don't know. Yeah, I think I'm going to pull those. I think this is just fine without them. Although I really do feel like I got insight into my grandmother that I never really had before seeing these pictures. So what else can I do? Now, does this photo look anything like Amy's photo? No, not really. It looks like totally different. But I think that's totally fine, because I think using other people's layouts as your starting off point is a great way to get a lot of pages done. So the other little trick that I wanted to do was just to maybe run some twine over, some baker's twine, right, like this. Let's do that. So I just have 3 little spots there. And I'm going to use a trick that I learned from another Get It Scrapped creative team member, Sue Althouse, and she will use I think she uses the crocodile, and this is how she does this a lot when she frames the whole page, but I'm just going to run the baker's twine through these little holes, and then I'm going to try to. Let's see if I can do it. And somewhere on this page I kind of feel like we need the date, which I believe was like 1940. I'm going to check. I have everything written, because it was kind of before and during World War I, or World War II, excuse me, that my Nana Ruby was in college. So she went to Mount Allison University, which I didn't really know the name, that it was named Mount, that she went to a school named Mount Allison. And the other kind of mystery is, like, in my Nana's obituary, they thought that she was the valedictorian of her class. And so I was trying to find about that online, and I couldn't find it. And so I called the university, or I emailed them, and then they did some research and got back to me, and they were like, she wasn't. She was not the valedictorian. She was like the second, but she wasn't the valedictorian. So she was like the second in her class, but she was not the valedictorian of her class. So I kind of wonder, I wonder why my family thought she was. I don't know, but they did. There's a story I don't know the answer to. Anyways, I think she was wildly popular and had so much fun when she was at her university. It's just obvious from the pictures that she was really well loved and just full of it, full of energy, full of laughter and spark. And that's not really how I knew her at all. She was very rigid and kind of reserved, and she was not this girl here. So let's just look for the date, and then we will go for it. So I have a lot of these. See, here's another one. She just looks so bubbly and full of it. Check it out. There she is, getting a kiss on the cheek by her friend, and there she's running along, just happy as can be. She just looked like she was really having a great time, and I'm happy that she did. And I wonder what happened to make her stop having such a wonderful time. I probably don't want to know the whole answer to that. Anyways, let's see if we can find the dates on any of these. Okay, that's a different scrapbook. So I'm just looking to see, okay, that's September 1941, and 1942, 1941. So let's call this 1941. And I just need some, I think I'll use those tiny little letter stickers that I always use to, for the date, these here. I think those will work well. And where shall they go? I don't have a number 1 in there. Let's see if I can. I have another little pack of these. Boy, my desk is a mess. Does that ever happen to you when you start working and you just get all into it and then you're like, oh, now I have a mess? And the digital scrapbookers are saying, not us, we don't have a mess. I don't know. I don't know where it went. So I'm just going to use, I think, wow, I can't believe I can't find those. Let me just look in my little drawer here to see if they're over here. And they are. So maybe I do have it. And so this is going to be, I just need a number 1. They really should have included more number 1s in here. Oh, they didn't. Oh, there's one. Okay. So we just want 1941. You want to put it here or here? Oh, I'm going to need 2 1s. For goodness sakes. Maybe it'll be 1940 in this picture. How about that? Because that'll be definitely before she met my grandpa. Okay, so here's 1940, we'll say. I'll just say 1940s, maybe. Happy Ruby 19, where am I going to put this? Maybe right here. Okay, so there's 19, and I'm just going to, I'm going to add an S to that, so it will say 1940s. Good, and then we will call that done. So that is page number 2 of the page kit, and I know I'm not totally sticking to the kit, and that is totally fine. It's fine. Okay, so there we go, number 2, and yeah, I'll be back with another one.